Hey everybody, welcome in. So in this video, I'm going to add dimensions. I'm going to add dimensions to the positioning spacer. So what I've noticed is I only have the object layer, so I'm going to make some new layers. So what I want to do is I'm going to go up to layer properties, and I'm going to make a new layer. Let's make one called center line. We can make the color of that. What can we make it? Cyan. The line weight is going to be, let's say, 0.20 millimeters. For the line type, I don't have a center line or a center layer or hidden or none of that good stuff. So I'm going to click on load. I'm going to scroll down. Let's look for center 2. I think that's what I used in a previous one. So I'm going to click on center 2, hit OK. Select the center 2 layer or line type, click OK. And then what I want to do is I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to call this dims. Let's make this color yellow. And then so it's not going to be a center 2 line, it's going to be, the line type is going to be for the dimensions, it's going to be just continuous. Select continuous, hit OK. I'm going to change the line weight to this, for this one to be 0.25 millimeters. So what I want to do is I'm going to make the center line layer current. So you can either like double left click on the center line, or you could just select it and then hit the stack of papers with the check mark, and then that'll make that layer current. And then I'm going to hit the X to close out of that dialog box. So I want to go up to annotate. I'm going to click on the center mark option under the center lines panel. So center mark, I'm going to click on this circle. Let's click on the outer one. And then what I want to do is I'm going to right click or cancel out of that. I'm used to Inventor. I'm going to click on this center mark here. I'm going to click this arrow, the top arrow, and kind of drag it up, straight up, like so. I think the other ones are pretty good where they're at. Hit the escape key. So normally what I would do is I would create center marks for these two circles here, but looking on the assignment here, they don't have that. So what they do is they have I'm going to go back into the home, make a line. I'm going to draw a line from this. Let me set my object snaps. Center, endpoint, midpoint, intersection. I'm going to uncheck nearest. I think that's all I need right now. Let me just click out of there. So from the center of this circle to the center of this circle, and then draw another line from the center of this circle to the center of this one here. Let me see if my lengthen will work. So it's been a while since I used that command. So let me see, len. I'm gonna type, or click len. I'm gonna type len. I can't talk. Click on this lengthen. I want to go to where it says delta. Click delta. I think I'm going to select for my length. Let's try 1, enter 1. Select the end of this. I probably needed 2. Will that work? Click it once, twice. Yeah, click the end of this twice. So once, twice, 3 times a lady. No, that's all I need. Yeah, so it kind of extends a little bit past there in those directions. And I think what I want to do is create this kind of center line arc going on here. So to do that, what I can do is just make a circle. I'm better with circles than I am with arcs. So I'm going to use a circle center radius. And so the center point is going to be here. And then the radius is going to be the center of one of these circles here. So I'm just going to click that. hit the escape key. Now I'm gonna type in BR for break. BR, press enter. I can't remember which way it breaks, so let me try. I'm gonna click on this side first and then drag it around. I'm gonna click on somewhere over here, like so. There we go. So we have this kind of arc thing going on. So those are all center lines. Yeah, I think we have all those. Now we can start adding our dimensions to it. All right, so I'm gonna kind of take this slow because there's kind of a lot going on here. It's not really that difficult. It's just there's a lot going on. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm gonna change my layers, my current layer from center line. I'm gonna change this to dimensions. So now our dimension layer is current. So then what I want to do is I'm gonna go up to the annotation panel and I'm going to click this right down arrow at the top. And I'm gonna select the angular option. So what I'm gonna do is click this line here, click this line, drag this up a little ways, and then we're gonna select angular again. I'm gonna select this middle line, the line on the right. Let me zoom in a little bit before I place it. So I'm gonna try to get these lined up as much as I can. I try to like use one of the object snaps to snap those together, but it didn't really work. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it as best I can like that. That's pretty good, right? So that's good enough for government work. So there's those. And now what I want to do is I don't want any more angular dimensions. I'm going to change now to a line dimension. This one's kind of tricky, so I'm going to zoom in here. So what I want to do to make this easier, to make it easier, I'm going to change my object snaps. I want nearest, select nearest, and you want to select perpendicular and turn all the other ones off for now. So uncheck all these other ones. So I have perpendicular and nearest selected. So my first point out, which is anywhere on this line here. So just left click there, drag it to the right. So we want to make a line that's perpendicular to this one. And you'll notice when that little icon changes like there, and left click it. Now you can kind of drag wherever you want this dimension to go. So I'm just going to place it here, zoom out a little bit. So we need to fix where it says we need to add 0.75 typical onto it. Let's go ahead and do that. So let me zoom in here. So another thing is if you don't have your properties box here kind of locked in, and if you want it locked in, to me it helps. So let me close this. So if you don't see that properties box, if I just kind of left click a line, any line really, and then right click, go down to properties. So it's probably not going to pop it in there for you right off the bat. So it might be floating like this. So just kind of left click the border and drag it over and kind of plop it in. So to me, it's always easier to have my properties box there all the time. It just makes my life easier. So anyway, there's that. Oh, so I digress. So what I want to do is I'm going to select this dimension and notice I want to get rid of that leading 0. So I'm going to scroll down to where you see primary units, where it says suppress leading zeros. I'm going to change this from no to yes. And then I also want to change the precision. No, I don't want to change the precision. The precision is good. Okay. Let me hit the escape key to get out of that. So now I want to double left click this again. And I'm going to hit the right arrow key because I want to add the typical to the end of it here. So I'm going to press the space bar, type in TYP, period, left click out of it. So now it kind of matches what the book has. So there's the align dimension. I'm going to zoom out. So now I'm going to go to place the radius dimensions. So I'm going to click on this arc here, kind of drag it over and place one, radius, place one here. There's another one up here, so radius, there's this arc here. I'm just going to place this above here a little bit. I think that's all our radius dimensions, so let me Hit the escape key to get out of that. So I'm going to zoom in on this first one here. We're going to do a little bit of maintenance here. So I'm going to double left click on it. Hit the right arrow key. Hit the space bar. We're going to type in typical. Now if yours is on 2 lines here and you want to make it on 1, you can just kind of left click on this arrow and drag it. Notice how right now it's on 2 lines, but if I drag it further to the right, it kind of gets to a point where it's wide enough to fit on 1 line, and then just kind of left click out of it. So there's that. Yeah, that's good. Then this next one here, this one is okay, but we want to get rid of that 2 decimal places and just make it 1. So it's 2.5. So I'm going to left click to select it. Over my properties panel, I'm going to zoom down to primary units where it says precision. I'm going to change this to 0.0. Hit the escape key. We're good there. Oh, up here. So I need to change this one. Yeah. I need to select this text. Again, we're going to change this to only 1 decimal place. So under precision, 0.0. Hit the escape key. And now I need to add in my diameter dimensions. I'm going to select this circle, drag it out a little bit. Diameter, select this circle here, drag it out a little bit. Hit the escape key. So now let's start with the top one. So this one, let's change the decimal places first. So I'm going to left click it. I'm going to go down to where you see primary units, precision. We're going to change this to 1 decimal place. Left click. Then I can double left click it. I know there's a lot of left click, right click, double left click. It gets confusing. But I'm going to double left click it. Hit the right arrow key. No, I don't want to hit the right arrow key. We're good where we're at. Sorry. Here I'm just going to type in 2, hit the X, or type in X, space bar. So that's 2 times. 2 of these have a diameter of 1. So we're good on that. And then, is that all we need to do? Let's see. This one is correct. That one is correct. R2.5. I think we got all these dimensions. That wasn't too bad. And then I want to add where it says rounds and fillets, like they have it on the book. So I'm going to go to where you see text. Click the down arrow. I'm going to choose a single line option. So start, I'm just going to pick somewhere over to the left. Left click that. The height is going to be 3/16. And then the rotation angle is 0. And I'm going to type in rounds, all capitals, rounds, and fillets, colon, space, R.5, left click out of it, hit the escape key. Kind of move this somewhere, move this, move it somewhere over here. So I think we're good there. I think that, let me double check and make sure we have all our dimensions. Good there, yeah. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So we have all our dimensions added to it. That wasn't too bad. So yeah, that's the positioning, spacer, dimensions. Hope that helped. All right, peace out.